Hello everybody, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for more Royal Caribbean news, information, fun, advice. There is plenty more waiting for you at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. We're having a great week so far. Every Monday, we are live right here on YouTube. And really appreciate you guys spending some time here this week, hanging out with me, talking Royal Caribbean. VP Jared is our first chatter in. What's up, Jared? Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday, everybody. And you know what, guys? We've got to start off with the most important question anybody can ask here in this Q&A session, which is how many days until your next Royal Caribbean cruise? Type it in chat right now. Let's count down together. I think I'm at 27 days till my next cruise. Noah, Henry, Amy, Brandy Anderson is here. Sherilyn is here. Michael Cabrera is here. Blake Rowe. Kyle Palmero is here. Joe Johnson. Janice Burgess is here. Matt M is here as well. Damia is here. Preston, Ashley Jackson. Wow. We got all our friends hanging out. 12th Man Proud is here. Welcome, guys. Jewel, hello. James Cohen, hello. I want to see those countdowns in chat. Marcy at 13 days till her next cruise. Jenna 262. Julie at 98 days till Mariner of the Seas. Mark, hello. Michael Cabrera, 90 days till Mariner of the Seas. Love it. Logan Yoho, it's a great name. 27 days to your next cruise. Stephanie, hello and welcome. DB at 41 days. Karen Ellie, hello and welcome. Jacob Beauty's got our first question of the day. Do you ever eat lunch in the main dining room? On sea days, there is lunch served in the main dining room, and that's one of my favorite things to do on a Royal Caribbean ship. I love lunch in the main dining room. Absolutely. If I get a chance to, absolutely, yeah. We've got Emily Hazlitt at 24 days till Mariner of the Seas. We've got Mark over 600 days till Freedom. Way too much. Garth at 270 till Empress. Hello, Garth. Michael Hicks at 13 more days. Awesome. Now, of course, we're answering your cruise questions. So if we can help answer some questions, please type it in chat right now. William says, first live chat I've caught from the beginning. Just reached out to MEI Travel about a cruise on Harmony this October. Awesome. Thank you for supporting our sponsor. Really appreciate that. K-Bell wants to know, we earned a free cruise on our last cruise. Is there a time limit on when we can use it? I'm not sure how you earned it, whether it's through bingo or the Casino Royale program or something like that. So I can't answer. I don't even know even if you told me which one. But generally speaking, yes, there's usually redemption rules. Make sure you read that fine print about it. Owen Griffin, Harmony or Symphony? Which one should I do? They're both great. I like Harmony. It's my favorite ship. Symphony's wonderful as well. I would look at really the itinerary. Is one more interesting or not more interesting than the other? And price, more than anything there. Joe McMenemy, 13 days till a transatlantic with Big Dog Ron. God be with you. LM, what ship would you say is the best for a first-time cruiser? Late 30-year-olds, very adventurous. No doubt you want to do an Oasis class or a Quantum class ship. You want to do Allure of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas, Anthem of the Seas, or Oasis of the Seas, 7-night sailing. That's what you want to do. Bridget Habercorn, August 2021, Coco Key first cruise. Wish they would release dates out of Galveston. I know a lot of people are excited for that one. Absolutely. Daryl, is Izumi part of the 3-night dining package? And if so, the sushi part included or just hibachi? Yes, and both, Daryl. It's included in both. Holy moly, got starting off with a super chat from 12th Man Proud, right? Starting super chat. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate your generosity with the super chat. Very, very kind of you. Always a pleasure to see you here. Karen, took my first cruise on Liberty of the Season. Loved it. Decided to take a cruise with the family on Symphony of the Seas. Last year was the worst experience. Sorry to hear that. What was so bad about it, Karen? Prodigy, Oasis or Harmony, same itineraries, but not sure which ship to pick. They're very similar. I like Harmony. I love what they've done with Oasis. I would tell you, Prodigy, really and truly, in situations like this, you look at the itinerary, you look at what kind of cabin you can get, you look at the price. It comes down to like those second or third, fourth level decisions, because the ships themselves are fantastic. Ryan Daly, are there things I should do on Freedom of the Seas, and is the gift shop expensive? There's a lot of great things to do on Freedom, dude, and they're getting a massive upgrade. You should do as much as you can. Don't go crazy, but try to work in those water slides, do the escape room on board, see the shows. It's really, really nice. There is a gift shop on board. It's not cheap, but it's reasonable. Sophie Burns is here. Always gotta say hello to Sophie, one of our favorite people, friends on here, always here every Monday. Michael Falk wants to know, do you recommend a higher deck for a balcony on Anthem of the Seas? Currently booked on deck 8 balcony. Wondering if I should switch to a deck 11 or 12 at a higher cost. Honestly, Michael, I don't think it really matters. I think if it's going to cost you more money, don't move. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being on deck 8 for a balcony versus 11 and 12. I don't think there's a difference at all, quite frankly. I just, in my cruising experience, I'm going to be honest as I can, I don't think the deck matters. So stay with what you got. Save the money there. Powerful Female, great name. Do the 3-night cruises on the Oasis-class ships have all the night shows available? They should, yes. When they do the shorter sailings, which is not typical, obviously, they'll work in a lot of them. So you got to really be motivated to see as many as you can. But yes, you should have the opportunity to see them all. Trade Kev Gamer. Is Harmony of the Seas better than I think you said Symphony of the Seas? They're not better, just different. They're both great ships. It's really like asking, is the filet mignon better than the ribeye steak? You know, at the end of the day, it's both steak, both really good choices there. Kim Slusher, we'll have the drink package for my boys. Can we fill up the freestyle machine and take it to the dining room? Absolutely, yes. You can definitely bring that Coca-Cola cup with you to any venue, including the dining room on board. Prince bought the Chill Island Cabanas. Is it worth the money? I love cabanas, Prince. I really do. I think that in the grand scheme of ways to spend money and splurge, I think cabanas are definitely worthwhile. Like, granted, I don't know how much you paid for them, but I do absolutely really enjoy getting cabanas when I go to any special private islands. Best activity to Costa Maya, Lisa Marie wants to know. I really like going to Maya Cham. Is a deck 3 room good? It's a great choice. They're all good. I don't think there's really a problem there. Andy wants to know, what's the difference between Coco Thrill Park and the Coco Beach Club? Thrill Park is the water park. The Beach Club is just a private beach area where no one else can really go to. Both the Thrill Water Park and the Coco Beach Club have additional cost to them, and there's capacity to both. But the water park is about going down water slides and things like that, whereas the Coco Beach Club is about chilling out. That's all. Shane wants to know, will Royal Caribbean let you know if they're going to be changing port before this cruise? Yes. If they know they're changing the itinerary, they will email you and your travel agent an update about it. Wendy, what is there to do in Jamaica Port? So when you're in the port itself in Falmouth, Jamaica, there's a large port facility, there's a Margaritaville, there's shopping, there's dining, there's a Dairy Queen. So there's things to do in the port area of Falmouth. Not a ton, probably enough to do probably an hour or two, quite frankly. But if you just want to get around and see a couple things and get back on board the ship, there you go. Tango, does Symphony of the Seas have an escape room? Yes. And does it have a charge? Yes. Does cost extra to do so. You can pre-book it before your cruise via the Cruise Planner website. Christine, any good restaurants to visit in Orlando or Port Canaveral? Well, your cruise is in Port Canaveral. Orlando is just, it's a marketing thing. But your cruise leaves at Port Canaveral. There's a great restaurant. My favorite one near the port is called the Rising Tide, ironically enough, because I say ironically because on Oasis-class ships there's a bar called the Rising Tide. But there's a relatively new restaurant called Rising Tide. It's across the street from Terminal 1 in Port Canaveral. Fantastic food, good for kids as well. They've got live music there. Like it quite a bit. JC Crab wants to know, why choose Royal Caribbean? That's an excellent question. And really, what it has, the reason why I like Royal Caribbean, why I recommend other people to try Royal Caribbean, is I feel like they are a market leader, and I feel like they're in that sweet spot of what you pay for versus what you get. Tremendous value for families. I think there's a ton of things to do on board. I love that their ships are not just floating hotel rooms. They are destinations in and of themselves. And yeah, there's just, it keeps you busy and keeps you occupied and provides a really great cruise experience overall. Jess Gordon, are the Oasis Lagoon cabanas worth the cost? Jess, ask me again next month because I have a floating cabana booked at the Coco Beach Club for spring break. So, Michael Cabrera, would a passport card be acceptable for me and my family to the Bahamas of the actual passport book? Michael, the answer is yes, you can cruise the passport card, but I don't recommend it. So if you haven't bought it yet, get the passport book. The reason why you have a passport in the first place, right? Among other reasons, is if you got stuck somewhere, Michael, you got stuck in an island like the Bahamas, and the cruise left with that, you got hurt, whatever, right? You need to get back to the United States. You cannot fly with a passport card, but you can fly with a passport book. So I definitely recommend getting the book. It's just, if you're going to spend the money, do it the right way. Not to mention it'll be a better investment in your travel future in general. Eduardo, going on a cruise for the first time in April on Navigator this season. Eduardo, you're going to love Navigator. Fabulous ship. Can you explain what clothes to wear for Dress Your Best Dining Room on Harmony of the Seas? Yeah, just wear something nice. Don't worry. The dress codes are, I know giving people a lot of anxiety about, oh gosh, am I going to be ostracized for wearing the wrong thing? Is someone going to be like, you sir, you have worn the wrong thing. Are you wearing white after Labor Day? Nobody cares. The policy is very loosey-goosey, very loosely enforced. You shouldn't wear it at all. So, what you wear your best. If you're a guy, you can easily wear a collared shirt and a nice pair of pants, like a pair of slacks or a nice pair of jeans. Totally cool. Some men will be wearing jackets or even ties. You don't have to do that. It's up to you. For ladies, the equivalent of what I just said. I'm sure you know what matches that. You know, a skirt, a blouse, a nice sundress, something like that. Totally fine. Texans fan, is North Star free? In North America, it is. I understand they charge for it in Asia, and in Alaska, they will charge for North Star if you want to go to it when you're near the glaciers. But otherwise, just randomly out and about, there's no cost to it. Nick, if I have a drink package, can I get a beer and bring it from the bar back to my room? Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Let's see here. David Alvarado, new Platinum Plus member. Love your blog. David, thank you I think you're referring to the Royal Caribbean Blog Insiders program. Thank you, David, for your support. Really appreciate that. We've got our next super chat coming in. It is from Travis Kissner, 21 days. So your first cruise on Liberty of the Seas. Travis, thank you so much for your generosity, my friend. And you're going to love Liberty. By the way, Liberty of the Seas is the only Royal Caribbean ship that has a tidal wave water slide. This is a water slide in which you go on a raft, you go straight down, straight up a near vertical wall, and then slide back down. It's really cool. Liza wants to know, is there a dress your best for the 3-night cruises? Yes, the second night of your cruise will have that. QLD fan, hello. Jessica, are there any recommendations you have on what to do in St. Martin? St. Martin's a great place to do a little potpourri. Here's what I would do. Walk off the ship, take a taxi to Grand Case Beach. It's a great beach on the French side. Enjoy that time over there. And then you either take a taxi back to your cruise ship, or you can go to Maho Beach, which is that beach where all the airplanes land right on top of you. Or you can go back to Philipsburg, which is the Dutch capital, and do some shopping there. Lots of opportunities there. We've got back-to-back super chats coming in. First one's from Conference King, who wants to know, can you get floating mats at the Cocoa Beach Club? Can you buy, or do they come with their admission? Conference King, thank you for the super chat. Yes, they do come with your admission there. There's a rack of floating mats. When you walk in, it's on the left-hand side. That is included, no additional charge. And Andy Poro with a super chat. Big super chat there. Andy, thank you so much. Andy writes, thank you, Matt. What part of Cocoa Key has the endless pool? Oh, the infinity pool. That is at the Cocoa Beach Club. There is, however, Andy, a pool in the Oasis Lagoon. It's not an infinity pool. It's a really large pool. It's actually the largest freshwater pool either in the Caribbean or the Bahamas. But it's not an infinity pool. The infinity pool is in the Cocoa Beach Club. Dennis Nichols, how ironic. I'm on Oasis and you're at home. My jealousy exists on multiple levels there, Dennis. Hope you have a great time, my friend. Benjamin, going on alert on Sunday. One of the best times for the Thrill Water Park. If you're talking about a perfect day at Cocoa Key, you want to get off the ship as early as you can. The best times for Thrill Water Park are before 11 a.m. and after 3 o'clock or so. You'll find crowds at their least. Green Sphinx, what is my favorite Royal Caribbean ship and why? Harmony of the Seas. It's an Oasis class ship with some of the best features from the Quantum class. I love that ship. Great entertainment on there as well. I love the dining. So Blind Junior, that's also the same answer to your question there. Serena, I am going on Explorer of the Seas on my first cruise ever. Are there some things I should know? Absolutely. We've done. First of all, this is a shameless plug, but I want you to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Check out our YouTube videos here. There's a ton of tips. I don't want to just give you rattle off a couple things, which I will, but I want you to understand there's a lot more stuff. In fact, what I want you to do after this video is go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. In our main menu, something that says Getting Started. Click on that. That's like a jumping off point for new cruisers. You don't know what you don't know, but you want to know stuff. It's a good resource for you. Again, RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. So, first-time cruisers, come to your port at least a day ahead of time. Do not fly in or drive in the same day of your cruise. Get in at least 1 day ahead of time. So that way travel delays don't impact your cruise. Number 2, do your online check-in before the cruise. Don't wait beforehand. Do it via Royal Caribbean's app. It's really easy and simple. Do it over there. Number 3, read a past cruise compass. We keep an archive of past cruise compasses over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. By reading the cruise compasses, you'll know what to expect on your ship. A ballpark idea. It's really important. Matthew Weiss, if I get back from excursion at 4:15 and the ship leaves at 5, we'll have time to board. Yes, but make sure, honestly, I wouldn't plan that. Unless it's through Royal Caribbean, I plan on getting back a couple hours ahead of time just to have some buffer there. MJ with the super chat. MJ, thank you so much for the super chat. There's no questions tonight, just listening on the layover in Chicago. ORD. 237 till freedom. This is MJ. Thank you so much for your generosity. Really appreciate you being here. And we have a giant super chat from Kim Oakland. Wish my tablet would let me go to the even dollar instead of the 99 cents, but this will have to do for now. How are the cabanas at the Chill Island part of Coco Key? Kim, thank you for the giant super chat there. Very, very generous of you. The Chill Island cabanas are fantastic. I've been in them. It's great. I mean, the reason why you want the Chill Island cabanas is you want to spend a day at the beach and you want to be able to just have the water just feet from your cabana with that luxury of having the cabana, the service there. It's a great place to relax, Kim. You're going to plan on a lot of naps. It's a good idea right there. Kev, how often are compasses updated on a Royal Caribbean blog? As soon as I get them. I usually get, on an average week, probably 5 to 10 compasses a week, if you can believe that. Let's see here. Israel, think our ships are in the same port in Cozumel. Hope to get an autograph and photo with the world famous Matt Symphony March 14th. If we're in Cozumel the same day, I will be at Nachi Kokum if you want to find me over there. Coolvid, have you ever been on other cruise lines? I have. I've cruised on Disney and Norwegian, although it's been many years since the last time I went on either one. Will Lloyd, Matt, I have a really important question. My parents love the smaller ships, but we're going on Oasis in 27 days. My parents are mad because there's no shows to go to after dinner. What do I do? Wait, what? You are going, hold on, Will. You're going on Oasis in 27 days. Your parents are mad because there's no shows to go to after dinner? I think there's plenty of shows on Oasis after dinner. It's quite the opposite, actually. So I'm not sure, maybe I don't understand your question. Jason Boardley with a super chat. Jason, thank you for the super chat. Jason writes, celebrating 17 years and second cruise on Symphony of the Seas. Wow, thank you. David Alvarado with a giant super chat. Going to Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel next week. Have you been? Thoughts? I have been there, yes. Mr. Sancho's great. Service, fantastic. My only concern, David, because I've been to a lot of these resorts in Cozumel. My only concern is if you were ever there in which they were actually full or close to full, it would seem it's such a giant operation. I'd be kind of concerned about like it being too busy in there, but it's a great spot. Don't take this as like, I went there in November one year, had a fabulous time. My kids loved it. What's great about Mr. Sancho's is, number one, they have a lot more activities for anybody to do, namely children, I think, but it's less of a chill. I mean, there are chill opportunities. Please don't get me wrong, but there's more activities going on. They got some great bars over there. It's really nice. I have a review of it, David, at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And we have another super chat, K-Bell, who wants to know what's the best class of ship. K-Bell, the best class of ship. I'm going to tell you the secret, but you got to, this is just between me and you, K-Bell, okay? No one else can know about it. So guys, I'm talking to K-Bell right now. Just talk amongst yourselves. The best class of ship is the one you happen to be on. They're all great, honestly. I don't know that one is superior or better. They're all great. They all have their advantages, even disadvantages for you. But I don't think there's one I was like, okay, well, that's a bad idea, or this one's better. It's just different experiences, some of which are very much shared across the fleet. Shauna with a super chat, live from Oasis. We dock at La Badie tomorrow. All right. I thought I was jealous before. I didn't realize you're going to La Badie tomorrow. Now I'm insanely jealous. Have a great time. And my goodness, another one? Another super chat. Charles Capetti. Going on Brilliance of the Season, 14 days out of Tampa. Any hotel suggestions? P.S. You're awesome. Oh, thank you, Charles. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, everybody. You guys have been super, super generous today. So where to go? Where to stay in Tampa? You know what? Here's what I would do, Charles. I don't have a specific hotel, but if I were you, this is exactly what I would do, Charles. I would go to Priceline.com. I would go to the Express Deals area, and I would put in 4 stars or higher in an area either near the airport, near the Tampa airport, or downtown Tampa. 4 stars or higher. I bet you're going to get a great deal on a hotel over there. That's what I always do in cities in which I don't know. Like, I don't have a specific, I don't need to be near something or what have you. I just want to be a good hotel in a good area. Those are 2 places I would do. Tracy with the super chat. Love the live stream and blog. Great information. Thank you. Tracy, thank you for your generosity. My goodness. And another one. Are you guys kidding? Diana D82. Just a tip for checking your pricing. I have 3 reservations for Mariner in June. Called this Saturday and repriced and was able to save almost $1,000 on all 3. I had also already paid in full. Happy cruising. Diana, fabulous tip. This is something that I'm gonna take your tip. I'm gonna expand upon it because that's a great idea. You can, if you're a resident of the US or Canada or other countries that allow this, you can reprice your cruise all the way up until final payment date. And on top of that, Diana, using a travel agent makes it so much easier. You know why? Because they do all the paperwork. You can certainly see, oh, look, this cruise is cheaper now. You let them know, and bam, they do all the work for you. In fact, a good travel agent, a really good one, will price them out periodically on their own and let you know when there's a new opportunity there. How cool is that? And we have another super chat, Joseph Kaiser with the super chat. Joseph, thank you so much. And also, Diana, thank you for your generosity. That was a big super chat right there. And my goodness, another giant super chat. David Alvarado, best thing to do in Costa Maya Cruise Port. We're on Adventure of the Season next week. By the way, love your podcast and blog. You've helped us so much. My goodness, David, thank you, my friend, for that generosity. It's a giant super chat. Best thing to do in Costa Maya is a little place called Maya Chan. It's a day pass resort. It's about 20 minutes away by taxi. It's not through Royal Caribbean. This is on your own. Every time I go to Costa Maya, David, I go to Maya Chan. I'm going back there in March, in fact, just to put money where my mouth is right there. I love that place. Yeah, Maya Chan. I have a full review of it at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. If you're interested in other things to do in Maya Chan, Chaco Ben, Mayan ruins are popular. It's pretty close by. You've also got, if you just want to have like a beach day, you can go take a taxi over to a place called Crazy Lobster, Krazy Lobster. So, Rebecca Zeleny, first Royal Caribbean cruise on alert in 6 days, bought an unlimited dining package. My question is, are all the items on the menu at specialty restaurants included? Almost all of them, yes, Rebecca, are included. It will note if it's not. As an example, Rebecca, if you go to Chop's Grill, there is a seafood tower that costs extra. But truly, Rebecca, your dining package includes what you need. Don't worry about that. You'll be good to go. You will not leave hungry. Promise you that. Ellen, best beach in St. Thomas, Magens Bay. No question about it. Tiffany, how far away would they cancel the Asia cruise because of coronavirus? I'm going in June. You're going in. The answer to your question is A, I don't know. There is no set time frame. B, I think in June you're probably on the safer end of the spectrum. But C, no one will know until you get closer to your sailing. I feel like when they cancel these, you're at least within a month or so. So, Heather Smith wants to know what ship is my favorite, Harmony of the Seas. Mel Caps, you ever plan on doing a European cruise? Mel, yes. I have. Actually, we were doing a Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise on Anthem of the Seas, July 2021. I'm doing my very first European group cruise, going out of Southampton, going to the Norwegian fjords. I'm so excited for this one. I'm really, really pumped. I've never been so excited to spend like 10 hours on an airplane. But yes, Mel. And it's good to see you in here. I enjoy your videos as well. Let's see here. We've got Josh Thompson. When you pay a cover charge for a specialty restaurant, does it go towards the cost of the meal or is it in addition to? The cover charge you pay, Josh, it's a really good question, goes towards the extra cost of the food and gratuity. So it's for both. World Builder, do you know how hard it is to plan a wedding on ships? Depending on how intricate you want, it can be difficult to some extent. We actually have had a couple of podcast episodes in which we've actually had people who have gotten married on a Royal Caribbean and shared their experiences over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. So check that out on our podcast. We've got oh my goodness. Wow. Another big super chat. My thoughts. Right, so going on a first cruise on Navigator at the end of March. I'm thinking about booking another cruise. Should I wait to book it on the ship now? Looking for the best deal. Your channel is awesome. Well, my thoughts. Thank you so much for the super chat. Number one, it's a great question. Since you know you want to book another cruise, do not wait to book it on board. Book it now. The reason is, yes, Royal Caribbean will give you onboard credit, free onboard credit for booking on board your ship. The thing is, my thoughts, if you wait to the end of March, which is roughly 6 weeks from now, let's say, right? My concern is the price of the cruise that you're looking to book would go up to a point that it would outweigh the free onboard credit you'd be getting from next cruise. So if you're sitting here at home and you got 6 weeks to go, book it now. Lock in that price. It's the best way to go about it. But my thoughts, if you're sitting on the cruise ship, be like, you know what? Let's book another cruise right now. Yeah, do that. That's a great idea. But don't wait to book. Book it now. And Camille B with a super chat. Camille, thank you very much. Joe Kaiser, I have bought the 3-day dining package. When I get on board, will I still be able to make reservations or it'll be tough, especially at 150 Central Park? Joe, if you make it on day one, you'll have no problems making reservations. Look, I'll be honest. Like, if you're like, hey, man, I got to have 6:30 p.m. at 150 Central Park on day 3 or I'm going to be upset, maybe not. But if you're a little flexible, I think you'll have no problems making reservations. Matthew, can you buy cruise insurance after you purchase your cruise? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Depends on the obviously the plan and the insurance policy and whatnot. But yes, you don't have to book it at the time of booking. I believe there is a window of time that Royal Caribbean offers its insurance, but of course you have third-party insurance companies as well that you can work with. Jess Gordon, I purchased the unlimited dining package and would like to know if I can have lunch at one of the specialty restaurants on embarkation day. Yes, you can. If you bought it unlimited, right? Yeah, you're good to go there. Let's see here. Once you leave your luggage and get on the ship, can you leave the ship and then tour the city? Yes, you can. Although, I'll be honest with you, I feel like in most cases, it's not really practical as it sounds. It's kind of more of a hassle. I think you're going to get on board and be like, you know what? Forget it. We're staying on board. But yes, you could. Let's see here. Wayne, are there any dolphin experiences in Labadee or Jamaica? Labadee, no. In Falmouth, you might, but you have to check the excursions. I don't know all the excursions, I'll be honest with you. But Labadee, I'm pretty sure is no there. David Alvarado with another super chat. David, you're crazy. David writes, we're doing a meet and greet on Adventure for our Facebook group, Night 2. And it's just for time and place. That's a good question. I would say, well, I don't know when in Night 2. Viking Crown Lounge is always a good idea. It's usually not too busy up there. Another spot would be, I would not do in the pub. I would not do in the schooner bar. I'd be worried about other entertainment you're competing against. You want really a lounge or a bar that's not too busy, right? So I would probably say Adventure of the Seas. The Viking Crown is where I would go. It's easy to find, top of the ship. Pretty straightforward. I would start there, especially unless you're doing it late at night, which I don't think will be the case. That's probably a good place to start with. Beyond that, I can't think of any other bar though. That's where I would look to anyway. So, Paula Cheatwood, what can you tell us about the thermal suites? Thermal suites, depending on the ship, are an extra cost you pay. You basically pay a flat fee, and then you can access the thermal spa. Thermal spa is available on Radiance, Freedom, and Oasis class ships, I believe, or Quantum class. No, Quantum class, Radiance class, yeah, and Oasis class. Those are the three. And basically, it's an area where they have there's thermal chairs you can sit in, which are these giant stone chairs that are heated up, hence the name Thermal Suite. You also have access to there's like a sauna, there's a steam room, there's a rainforest room of some kind, and essentially the idea is you have it's a limited amount of passes, and you can come and go as you please and use them as you want. So it's a good place to kind of relax if that's your style. Diana Lynn, have you ever done the Mayan healing ritual in Costa Maya? I have not done that one, so that's kind of interesting though. Wesley, first ever cruise with your fiance in December. Hope you love each other after that cruise. You'll have a great time. Just kidding. Jess, would you ever plan on doing a world cruise if they offered one? If my kids weren't in school all the time, all things being equal, yes, of course I'd love to. Let's see here. James Townsend, I've been on several Royal Caribbean cruises. My wife's and favorite ships are the Grandeur, Allure, and Harmony. Nice. Joe, best thing to do in Porto, Costa Maya. I think we're doing the ATVs. Costa Maya is fabulous, as I mentioned earlier. I really like the Maya Chan Resort. I think it's fantastic. Been there a number of times. But hey, if ATV sounds good to you, it's a great thing. What does my t-shirt say? It says, I love Oasis. I got this on the Oasis of the Sea Shakedown cruise. So it's, I love Oasis. Linda, is there an outdoor movie on Harmony of the Seas? There is, it's not in the pool deck. On Oasis class ships, it's back in the Aqua Theater. Hello, Brad from Dallas. Welcome. Good evening, David Reynolds. James Foskey, any good recommendations for 10th year anniversary cruises? Panama Canal, they offered Alaska. How about Alaska? Because they offer it every year. That, if you haven't done that one, without a doubt, that is the one to do right there. Liza, best non-beach excursion in Nassau. You know, the one I used to recommend, I used to have a great one, but they went out of business, so I guess not enough people did it. Non-beach. Segway tours. You can go bar hopping in downtown Nassau. I don't even an excursion for that one. That might be a good idea for you. Alex Cosgrove with a super chat. Alex, thank you so much. How do you make the best of a 3-day short cruise? Great question, my friend. Try not to sleep all that much. Really, you want to maximize the amount of time you're up and around the ship. Try to book as much as you can ahead of time. But also, because it's a 3-night cruise, if you are visiting a port, if it's outside of Perfect Day Coco Key, perhaps consider spending more time on the ship and staying on board. So, Tony Diaz, have you ever been on an interior studio? If so, how was it? Yeah, I have been in them, interior studio room. I've never stayed in one, but I have been inside of one. They're actually really nice, and the cost, you can't go wrong with the price right there. Matthew Seitz with a giant super chat. I had originally held my first cruise schedule for November on Anthem, but after watching your blog, that's too far, and I had to book another one for July on Independence of the Seas. Bravo, sir. You see, as a fellow Matt, I understand you. That is exactly what I do. I'm like, yeah, I just booked this cruise, but so far away. So you book another cruise, and then Tony Diaz gets upset with you. That is awesome, my friend. Love that. And Matthew, thank you for the super chat. And Camille B with another super chat. Camille, thank you again for your generosity. Camille wants to know, is the all-access ship tour worth it on Oasis of the Seas? Here's what I tell you about the all-access tours, behind-the-scenes tours on any Royal Caribbean ship. If you're sitting there at home, and you're thinking to yourself, that kind of sounds interesting to see places like the bridge, the galley, the engine room. Yes, absolutely do it. It's well worth it. Wesley McCauley with a super chat. Matt, what is your job? I have a bet with my fiance that you're some sort of educator. Compliment, not an insult. No offense taken. Actually, you'd be double wrong, Wesley. What I mean by that, whoever said I was an educator, that is. Actually, today, here in 2020, I actually do RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com full time. That's right, friends. I am a full-time nerd. I'm a full-time blogger. But all my day job is writing Royal Caribbean Blog. Before I did that, though, I was a web developer. So, never an educator. But I hope somebody wants some money there. Shay wants to know. What's up, Shay? Do you know if Oasis of the Seas is a good first cruise for a 4-year-old? I don't want her to be bored. No, it's a great ship. You're going to love it. And the 4-year-old, he or she, will love it as well. Axel, what do you like to do in Charleston, South Carolina? I don't think I've ever been to Charleston. Blind Junior, should we book a cruise on Oasis of the Seas or Harmony of the Seas? Whichever one's cheaper. They're both excellent ships with advantages and disadvantages. Either one. They're very similar. Let's see here. Papa Bear, going on Harmony in July. Excursion in Puerto Rico, but if there's stores by the pier, how expensive? Yeah, don't book any excursion in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Just walk around. Your ship, when ships visit Puerto Rico for the day, they will dock right in Old San Juan. When you walk out the ship, there's shopping, there's history, there's tons of things to see and do and eat all around you. You can simply walk off the ship. You don't need an excursion for that one. Ainsley, Costa Maya, try the salsa, tequila, and beach break. Tequila. I like that. Lizzie, did the flight line in Nassau go out of business? Yeah, they went out of business. They posted on their Facebook page in November that they were running out of business, and so far I haven't seen them come back up. Joe, since you're a favorite script language, since you're a web dev, PHP. I actually specialize in a piece of software called Drupal, but PHP. I'm not much of I didn't specialize in 8 different languages. Alex Cosgrove with another super chat. Perks of travel agent versus booking yourself. The perk is, Alex, a good travel agent will save you time and money. Basically, they will make your life easier, right? Alex, at the end of the day, anybody can book a cruise. I mean, it really doesn't take much effort to go on a website and book a cruise these days. But that's not what it's about when we're talking about why you should use a travel agent. Using a travel agent is like getting a lawyer when you go to court, right? You can represent yourself in court by yourself. But when you have a lawyer, you got someone who knows the system in and out. That's what a good travel agent does for you. So they can work on your behalf, not only for booking, but for any issues that pop up, repricing, everything in between. I'll tell you, it really, really makes your life easier. McDiana, where can I learn about the July 2021 European cruise? Yeah, sorry, I should have shamelessly plugged that better. I apologize. All of our group cruises, we have actually 3 on the books right now, are all available at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/events. RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/events. We actually have 3 group cruises. October 2020, this October, we're going on Brilliance of the Seas out of Boston up to Canada and New England. First time I've ever sailed out of Boston. First time I've ever sailed to Canada, New England. I'm so excited for that one. Then in 2021, in July, Anthem of the Seas to the Norwegian fjords. 800 first right there for me. And then November 2021, Harmony of the Seas for Thanksgiving. JC Crab, by the way, all the information about all those cruises at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/events. JC Crab, should I book my cruise now or should I book it when I got a next cruise? Book it now. If you know you want to book it now. Joe, PHP, I need to step up my game. I'm working heavily with SQL for my job currently. Hey, SQL is hard to do, especially being a DBA. That's some good money right there. Do well at that one. Big Wayne Manning, can you recommend a good travel agent? Yes, I recommend and personally use MEI Travel. If you go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, Big Wayne, you will see a big yellow form. So fill out that form. They'll contact you. But they are a sponsor, full disclosure. MEI Travel is a sponsor of RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. But I've been using them even before they were a sponsor. That's how much I like them. Debbie suggestions on who to get travel insurance through a cruise in 70 days, concerns about elderly parents and home health. Yeah, that's a good question, Debbie. So a couple things. Number one, there's a lot of companies that are out there. And I wouldn't sit here, Debbie, and tell you this company is better than that company. There's a ton that are out there. There's Aon, that's what Royal Caribbean offers. There's Allianz. There's a number of them that are out there. Really, Debbie, what you should be looking at is whatever company you want to look at, find a plan that fits the scenarios you're envisioning. You got elderly parents at home. So the first question you should be asking is, and you can call them before you book it, be like, listen, if my parents are sick or get hurt at the last minute, I got to cancel my cruise. Is that covered? There you go. So, we have another super chat, Ray Worrell, who simply writes, love you, man. Ray, love you, man. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. Wow. You guys have been super, super generous there. Jeff, why are you only allowed to make dinner reservations with a dining package once on board, but you can make them in advance without a dining package? Good question, Jeff. So here's how it works. Basically, dining packages are a trade-off. Royal Caribbean is saying, look, Jeff, we're going to give you a deal on a dining package. You're going to pay like half off. But here's the trade-off. You're going to save money, but you're going to fill in the gaps of rooms that other people haven't booked yet. Other reservations people haven't booked yet, right? So they offer you a discount in exchange for the flexibility of being able to fill up other spots that they'll sell for a higher price, and then you fill in the availability later. That's essentially the trade-off right there. Benjamin Cohen with the super chat. Benjamin, thank you so much. Going on Odyssey this season in December. Anything you know about what to expect was on Anthem last year. Is it similar? New listener, you rock. Ben, thank you, my friend. So Odyssey is a brand new ship. It's not even built yet, dude. So we don't have a ton of information about it yet. But yes, it's going to be very similar to Anthem. It's going to be a little bigger. It's called the Quantum Ultra class ship. When we have more information, Ben, I'll be sharing it at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And fear not, I'm going on the very first sailing, the inaugural sailing in November. I will have information for you, Ben. So keep following around here. I'm sure you'll get a lot of great tips between now and your cruise. And David Alvarado with another giant super chat. Writes, I'm thinking about getting the photo package. Do you know where the photographers are on adventure other than embarkation, formal night, and ports? You kind of nailed the biggies there. By far, the most prevalent place is the Royal Promenade. That is where you really see the most photographers in the evening hours, right? There'll be at least 5 or 6 photo spots there. When you walk off the ship at any port, there'll be a couple over there. In addition, there are some photographers that roam through especially restaurants and the dining rooms. You can ask them for the schedule on that. Beyond that, that's pretty much it. Occasionally, you'll find like a roaming photographer somewhere like the pool deck, but they're a little few far between. 12th Man Proud with another, my goodness, you and David Alvarado, just super, super, super generous. And I thank you guys so much. And 12th Man writes, gotta go. Peace, Matt. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for your generosity. As always, this is not your first rodeo here, so really, really appreciate it. Kevin Soto, OMG, can't wait to see the amplification of Freedom of the Seas. Brother, it's going to be amazing. Jess, is the galley tour worth the cost? Yes, it's really cool. And Joe writes, damn, David killing it with the super chats. Absolutely. My goodness, it's just David and 12th Man. Just like, I don't know what to do anymore. It's like, I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm trying to think of new ways to say thank you, but thank you guys for your generosity. Wow. Jess, what's my favorite destination? Perfect Day Coco Key. I love Labadee. I love Cozumel. Great places to go. Amy Rogers, can the prices come down for the Coco Cay Beach Club? I know a lot. The prices have really gone up a lot there. But here, let me tell you, when we walk you off the ledge there, Amy, as cool as it is, as fun as it is over there, you really don't need to go there. There's some great relaxing opportunities, plenty of things to do and relax in elsewhere. I mean, Royal Caribbean has hit such a home run, Amy, with Perfect Day Coco Key, that if you were not to get the beach club, you were just to go hang out at Chill Island or go to Oasis Lagoon or South Beach, you're going to find an amazing time over there. I mean, the food is still great on the island, lots of shade, lots of seating. There's nothing there. It's really, the Coco Beach Club is about one thing. It's about being in an exclusive area, you know? But it's not to say if you don't go there, you won't have a great time, you know? John Lally, what activities are on Symphony of the Seas for a 3-year-old? We've got Adventure Ocean. That's a big one right there. When my kids were 3, they still love it to their ages these days. But Adventure Rush is a big part of it. You've got the carousel on the Royal Promenade, on the boardwalk. You've got there's also some climbing things on the boardwalk as well. You've got the pool. What's it called? The Splashaway Bay. Fantastic area for them. Your kids are not going to be bored on this ship. Far from it. Kobe Huggins with a super chat. Thank you, Kobe. Tips on getting lower deposits when booking. You know what, Kobe? Other than booking onboard a cruise and the next cruise office, it's really not a thing. Royal Caribbean's kind of shied away from reduced deposits. So it's pretty tough these days to get. Honestly, Kobe, I cannot think of the last time Royal Caribbean offered a reduced deposit sale. So I wouldn't consider that really as an option. I'd probably just, it is what it is. Que sera, sera. Let's see here. River Pirate, Independence of the Seas is your next Royal Caribbean cruise. I've heard it is an epic ship to sail on. It's a great one, my friend. Great one. Crazy Cat Traveler, back from Ovation sailing out of Sydney. Worth the flight if you don't have kids in tow. Good advice. Thank you. Keith Bruce, is there a Caribbean island you've never been to but would like to visit? Absolutely. I've never been to Martinique. I'd love to go to Turks and Caicos. I've not been to Trinidad. I've not been to, it's not an island, but Progreso in Mexico I've not been to as well. So there's still a couple. Some other Virgin Islands I've not been to as well. Renee, how do I cut down on walking in ports? COPD makes it hard to breathe. You know, look for bus tours. Almost every port you're going to visit is going to have some sort of a city tour or a bus tour that allows you to see a lot of the area around you without obviously walking. That's probably your best bet over there. Another option for you is simply walk off the cruise ship, find a taxi driver, and tell them there's always taxi drivers looking to give you city tours. That might be another option as well. Calvin writes, I have about 111 days left. Do you think there will be bigger discounts on the excursions? You know what, Calvin? I'm going to tell you that maybe not. But what you should do is book the excursion now. Lock in that price. So that way, it doesn't sell out on you. And if there's a price decrease, Calvin, if tomorrow, next week, next month, there is a better price for that excursion, with Royal Caribbean, when you go to the Cruise Planner website, you can cancel and rebook with no penalty. So there's very little risk, but I want you to book it now if you know you want to do something to avoid 2 things. 1, the price going up, and 2, it's selling out. So that's the reasons why you want to book in advance, regardless. Penny Gilbert, going on in your first cruise, Anthem in 13 days. Anticipation already killing me. I have my time dining. I have to eat in a certain dining room, or can I go anywhere I want to go? On Anthem of the Seas, Penny, it's going to tell you which restaurant you're going to go to. Because, yes, there's not a main dining room, but there's smaller main dining rooms, but they're still going to assign you. Like, 2 are for my time, 2 are for traditional, and they're going to assign. But it's the same menu, just different decor. That's all. So it's the same thing, really. What to do in La Badie? Just hanging out. There's really, you don't need to book excursion. Just go to the beach. It's a beach day. Just walk off the ship and hang out. If you want to splurge, your cabana's fantastic there. But really, I think for most people, you're walking off that ship, you're finding a spot on the beach and chilling out there. Tony Diaz, my very good friend, who with the super chat. Thank you, Tony. My wife keeps hearing you yell out another super chat and said, "OMG, I married the wrong guy." Hashtag sorry, Tony. Wow, this is going to be super awkward when we meet on board. Wow. Folks, there's no way I can top that one. I don't even know what to say anymore. Papa Bear, I'm just going to move on to Papa Bear's question. What do you think about the interior virtual balcony rooms? I think compared to, if the choice was a regular interior room or virtual balcony every day of the week, something to look at, right? It's not a replacement for a balcony room. It's a replacement or an upgrade from an interior room. Jess Gordon with another super chat. Jess, thank you for the super chat. Very kind of you. Guys, you guys have been way too generous today. Thank you so much for everything. Cheryl, cruising to Greece in October on Jewel, tendered in Santorini. I have no idea, Cheryl. That's a really good question. I've never been to the Greek island, so unfortunately I can't answer that question there. Anthony, will the coronavirus maybe stop my Harmony cruise this month? No. You know why? Because coronavirus is more of a problem in Asia, not so much over here. For Harmony of the Seas in the Caribbean, you'll have no problem there. Don't let the media scare you, my friend. You're good to go. Tony, you're going solo. All right, so that way it's not super awkward. I'll just be like, hey, how's your wife doing? Anthony Maselli, is the Wind Seeker have a daily cost? You mean Windjammer? I know what the Windseeker is. If you're asking at the Windjammer, the buffet, no, that's totally free. Robert Tomasulo, thank you for the super chat, Robert. Going to your first cruise in 24 days, what are your thoughts on Serenade of the Seas? Fantastic ship. You're going to love it. Great, great ship. All the ships are great. I've not been on Serenade, but I've been on her sister ships, Jewel of the Seas and Brilliance of the Seas. Great ships. Radiance class. Classic cruising experience. You're going to love that quite a bit. Another super chat, William Kilzer. Sorry, William. Great job going on Harmony in March. Many of the shows have no availability. What can I do? Don't worry about it. You know why? Because there's always a standby line. Just get to the show about 15 or 20 minutes early. Get in line. You'll be able to see the shows. Don't worry about it whatsoever. Stacey and Morton, is the key worth it? I did a video about a month or two ago here on YouTube about why I don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off saving your money. And I did a video about it, Stacey, basically saying that a lot of the benefits are not nearly as good as they sound, or you can achieve similar results without the key, and of course, more importantly, you're saving your money. So I would say, generally speaking, don't worry about it too much. Matthew Weiss wants to know, will requirement still give you money off if you've already paid in full? If you're before final payment date and you see a price adjustment and you've already paid in full, yes, it just makes it a little more difficult. When it comes to paying in full, here's my before final payment date. My recommendation, I've learned this from my travel agent at MEI Travel, is don't pay completely in full. Leave like $200 off the final balance. And that way, if there is a price adjustment, it's very easy to adjust it as opposed to getting a refund later on there. Kev wants to know, what are my thoughts on the inside balcony overlooking Central Park or the boardwalk? I love them. You know why? Saves you money. It's something different. Something cool. I look for them every single time. Jess, what's included in the galley tour and what's the name of the galley tour? I think now it's called Sip Tour and Brunch. It used to be called Bottomless Brunch. Essentially, you do a galley tour, which is the kitchen on board the ship, and then they give you unlimited champagne afterwards. Conference King, do you think waiting and booking the 5-day dining package on board the Transatlantic will be less than the pre-cruise specials on the website? I don't, Conference King. In general, and I think this is pretty accurate, the prices are never lower on board than they are online. So, there you go. Oh my goodness. Another super chat from David Alvarado. He's a madman. Somebody lock him up. David, last question. 2 questions, I promise. If the itinerary... Don't apologize, sir. If the itinerary indicated the ship leaves at 5, when would all aboard be? 4:30 p.m. We're doing an excursion on our own. I want to plan on being on the ship 2 hours prior to all aboard time. So, yeah, so that'd be 4:30 is probably going to be all aboard, which means you'll want to be back on the ship at 2 hours before, 2:30. And Joseph Kaiser, with another super chat. Joe, thank you so much for your support, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And another super chat from David Alvarado. My goodness. David wants to know, does it pay to wait until I reach Platinum after this cruise debarking to book my next one and get the balcony discount? Actually, what you could do, David, I've done this before myself. Tell them, hey, look, I want to take a cruise next year. By that point, I will be Platinum and entitled to a balcony discount. In my experience, David, I've been able to get the discount anyway, even though today I'm not at that level. So yeah, let them know about that. Say, look, I want to book a cruise for next year. I'm going to be Platinum at that point because I've got another cruise booked. Anyway, you know, as long as you're okay at the time of final payment, I think it'll be cool on that one. Justice says, David Alvarado, you mad lad. Let's see here. Eric, do I need to bring my own corkscrew to open my own wine? No, you do not. You're at the very least, your steering attendant will offer one for you for free. You can just ask them for it. But they'll also open it for you in any bar, restaurant, or lounge. Granted, if you do open in a bar, restaurant, or lounge, you may incur a corkage fee, but in my experience, I don't really charge it. Really, I think you'd be... If you actually go on a ship and they charge you a corkage fee, you'll be among the very few that have actually ever been charged it. Because they just seem to overlook it. Saksham, can you make a detailed video on Voyager of the Seas? You know, I haven't been on Voyager yet, and there's been some changes, but I'd love to at some point. Captain Disney, should I book spa treatments online or wait till I get on board to see what they have? So the spa's kind of interesting. If you want to book a specific treatment, Captain Disney, you want to book a Swedish massage for 60 minutes, book it before the cruise. It will be cheaper. However, if you're interested in a combo deal, like, you know, a 20-minute massage, 20-minute facial, 20-minute something, I don't know what, those kind of things, then on board the ship, they offer specials like that. But they generally don't offer, like, flat discounts on board. Sometimes on the first day of the cruise they will. But the bottom line is it's kind of weird because the deals they offer, every day there's a new special at the spa. But it's not like 15% off all the massages, right? It's more like certain different combos, things that may not have been an option anyway, so it's hard to know how good it is. My thought is if you're saying like, Matt, all I want is to have like a hot stone massage or a Swedish massage or acupuncture, book it before the cruise. So, JF, when are beach beds assigned? You can ask the shore excursion staff on board. They will usually do it a couple days before you get to the actual port. But the shore excursion staff can give you an idea, especially if you want to make a request. They're the ones to talk to you once on board the ship. Blind Junior, for Harmony of the Seas group cruise, we must book under the Royal Caribbean blog group to participate in the activities and the surprise. No. So you don't have to. There are certain benefits, certain surprises, certain perks for booking in the group. But at the end of the day, Blind Junior, I don't want to say to somebody, oh, you booked your cruise with somebody else, you're not allowed to hang out with us. Not at all. I want my group cruises to be as inclusive as possible as I can. So, yes, if you want to book it on your own, you already have a travel agent, what have you, I understand. Go for it. A majority of the events will be available to you regardless. However, there will be some perks and benefits, maybe even a special event or two, just for people in the group. So, as long as you understand the difference there, you don't have to, but there are certain advantages to booking within the group. Jess, can I bring the souvenir soda cup into special restaurants on the ships? Yes. Alejandro, is it cheaper to book before than on board for massages? Yeah, if you want to have a straight, like I said, 60-minute massage, 90-minute massage, one treatment, that's it. No combos, no crazy deals, crazy combinations. Yeah, do it ahead of time. Matthew Weiss, does the ultimate drink package include the souvenir cup? It includes those cups that you see behind me, but not like a drink, like a souvenir cup on an island or on the ship, like glow cups or the pineapple cups. Those are not included there. You can get them, they just will cost you extra. So, can someone else use my card for a drink if I give them it? Oh, that one? No, you are not. So, Matthew, the deal with drink packages is you may not share the drink package benefits with anybody else. Period. So, Captain Disney, going on Majesty at the Sea soon. Any tips on maximizing my cabin space? I'm in an ocean view room. The rooms are going to be small. I've been in those rooms before on Majesty. They are small. Some people will tell you to get like the over-the-door hangers. These are the shoe holders. Like you go to like the dollar store and they have those shoe holders you put over the door, and it adds more storage space there. I guess. I don't think it's really. I think it's maybe on Majesty, but I just don't think they're really worth it. I think it's kind of like not a myth, but I think it's an overhyped tip that I don't think really in the real world really occurs. Put your luggage though. Once you unpack, put your luggage underneath your bed. So, Jay Stansel, any thoughts on the price jump for the Cocoa Beach Club passes? As in what, Jay Stansel? Like, what do you think? Like, do I think the prices will change, or my thoughts on them going up in general? Jonesy, you still get the souvenir cup with the premium drink package. Yes, you get the souvenir cup, those cups, with any drink package. Royal Refreshment, Deluxe Beverage, or the Classic Soda package. Let's see here. Can somebody speak Chinese? No, unfortunately not. I'm sorry. Maybe on board the ship they can, but I cannot. Torres Family Adventures doing a 9-day Southern Caribbean Unexplored. This is his first non-Oasis class. Any recommendations for the ABC Islands? Aruba, go to Palm Beach or Eagle Beach. Bonaire, it's a great place to snorkel or dive. If you do that, snorkeling, scuba diving, it's the place to go. Curacao, there's great shopping downtown, and the beaches, Mambo Beach is a great spot as well. So, Christopher, any for fun adventure, Oasis or Symphony? Highly debating. They're so similar, dude. Flip a coin. I mean, I would look at secondary things like which one is cheaper, itineraries, the type of rooms you can get. In terms of the ship themselves, dude, they're the same class. There's certain features that are not available on one or the other, but they're so similar that it's kind of like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So don't look at which one as bad or the other. Does that make sense? Matthew, how do they know if someone like my son has my card and tries to use it to get soda or daiquiri? Well, they can see that, number one, your son, on the bottom of your CPAS card, it will say, where's my recent one? So, like, here's one right here. Number one, do you see right there, it says beverage package? So, number one, it says deluxe, right? And as a kid, your CPAS card looks different than an adult, so they will know that a kid is using an adult drink package. That's against the rules. Number one. Number two, it's against the rules. It's just the policy. Like, never mind if you can get around the rules. It's kind of like saying, like, how are they going to know if I stuff this thing underneath my shirt at Walmart? Like, yeah, even if you can get away with it, it's still wrong. It's still against the rules. But the CPAS cards indicate not only the name, but there's a difference between adults and minors. And obviously, if they were ever to run the card, they can see your photo. It's pretty easy to get caught, so don't do it. John Lally, have you ever been to St. John's Antigua? I have. It's fantastic. Really beautiful beaches. I went to Valley Church Beach. Love that place. Mazzer, trying to understand what the key program benefit is with checking in luggage on the ship versus checking in boarding. Can you help me understand that perk? Yeah. So basically the perk is everybody checks their luggage in when you get to the terminal, right? You give your porters the big luggage. Okay. The key gives you, when you get on board the ship, your carry-on luggage. So, a backpack, a bag, a purse, you can store that there. Maybe something you need on board the ship initially, but not later on, like before your room is ready. You can check that in there. Does that make sense? Peter wants to know, what's the email address for the dining department to request my friend's reservation be grouped together for dinner? If you were talking about, Peter, you booked a cruise. Your friend booked the cruise. You want to eat at the same table. You need to have your reservations linked. So you need to have your travel agent do this. Both reservations, your reservation is linked to them. Their reservation has a link to you. So your travel agent can do this on their end. If you book directly with Royal Caribbean, they need to call them and say, hey, I need to link these reservations. You need their reservation number and obviously your reservation number, and you're off to the races there. Just entered admissions for Costa Maya and Roatan. Roatan, Mayan Princess is great. It's a resort offered through Royal Caribbean. It's all-inclusive. Really like that. Also, Little French Key is a really popular option there. What did you ask for? Oh, Costa Maya. Maya Chan. I love Maya Chan. It's a great spot right there. Doug did all our online check-in, but didn't have our photos to add. Will they take our photo when we get there, and will this slow down when boarding? Yes and yes. If you can, take your photo now. I mean, really, just find a blank, not this poster, but, just stand in front of the wall, take a selfie, dude. It's going to save you time. You might even get expedited arrival as a result of it. So yes, absolutely do it. Jonesy, if anyone here is going to be on adventure in 20 days, let him know, because Jonesy's buying a drink. Jonesy, I am not on adventure this season, but I will still take the drink. Life at Paris, when booking, what floor do you prefer? Actually, I don't think it matters. I don't really care. I just look for whatever's available. And generally speaking, I'll probably pick one that's closer to the pool deck or the promenade. But honestly, dude, I don't think it matters. I don't think it cares. I don't really care all that much. David Sachs, I'm Emerald. How do I get the balcony discount? Just contact, when you make the reservation, let them know, your travel agent or what have you. They can add that on there. So, all right, guys, we have been going at this for almost exactly 1 hour. Gotta wrap this up. Guys, thank you so much for your time, joining me here, your generosity. If you're looking for more Royal Caribbean news, information, fun, advice, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. There's plenty more waiting for you over there. And yeah, we do this live videos every Monday right here on YouTube. I want to say a big thank you to all our super chatters today. David Alvarado, Joseph Kaiser, William Kilzer, Robert Tumasalo, Jess Gordon, Tony Diaz, and Tony's lovely wife, Kobe Huggins, 12 Man Proud, Benjamin Cohn, Ray Worrell, Alex Cosgrove, excuse me, Wesley McCauley, Camille B, Matthew Seitz, My Thoughts, I think Joe Kaiser, I think I got you already, but Joe Kaiser, thank you again. Diana D82, Tracy, Charles Capetti, Sean O'Lee, K Bell, Jason Boardlin, my goodness, Kim Oakland, thank you, Kim, as always, MJ, Andy Poro, Conference King 1, Travis Kissner, my goodness, and we have another super chat from, again, David Alvarado. Okay, I lied. One last question about Azumi. I love sushi. My wife and I have a reservation on night 2, best sushi sashimi at Azumi. DX Sushi Combo. DX Sushi Combo. And also, what would the dress code be? It is formal night for the main dining room. It's gonna be less, it's not formal night. It is, hang on a second, I just gotta ban somebody here. There we go. Yeah, David, so it's, regardless of formal night or not, it's always like smart casual. You can just wear like a polo shirt, a nice pair of jeans. You don't have to dress up over there. Not crazy by any means. So, yeah. David, again, thank you for your support. My goodness, you guys are amazing. All of you guys are amazing. I am truly blessed to have such a great community like you guys here. Thank you. Last question is from Alejandro. How do you become a Royal Caribbean Blog insider? Thank you for asking, Alejandro. You go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/support. RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/support to become an insider. Check that out over there as we wrap up this video. My goodness, guys, thank you so much again for your support. Really appreciate it. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. See you guys.